Hey guys, welcome back. So I wanted to tell you something that I did a couple of days ago. So I have a client who is a gang stalker. It's a girl, it's a woman. And she's the one that told me one day, right now we're sensitizing you to the colors. And I don't think you should tell anyone because no one is gonna believe you. That's what she said. Now, I completely ignored that, right? And I just pretended like I didn't hear anything. So, what I did is that I like to keep in touch with gang stalkers because I can get reactions from them. So, which she's really been my personal training client for a really long time. Now, the last time I trained her, she asked me, "Hey, so how is your YouTube channel?" She knows that I have this channel. She doesn't know what's the name of it. But the first time that actually I told her I was doing it, I told her, "Oh yeah, I'm having a YouTube channel," and she was like, "About fitness?" And I was just like, "No, it's actually about how people can be driven crazy by groups of people without being touched. How people can be turned crazy and believe that they're being followed or they are direct energy weapons, and it's called gang stalking." And she was shocked, like she wasn't happy about it. She didn't touch the topic anymore. So the last time I saw her, she asked me, "Oh, so are you still doing videos for your channel?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm actually on my 200. I'm already over 200 videos." And then I told her, and I actually just expanded all my gang stalking videos to all social media platforms because I want everyone to know what's happening. And then she literally went, like she wasn't expecting that. So I know for a fact that gang stalkers do not want any of this information to go out. I feel like I need to almost expose this publicly, but with my face on it, but without actually saying that it happened to me. You know, I feel like I need to pretty much present to everyone on my social media platforms that I know everything. And then just disregard it as something that has never happened to me. Like if I'm doing like a study or something, you know. I think I'm actually gonna give that a shot. But I'm unsure yet. I don't want to take off the focus from this channel yet. Well, anyways, yeah, so I began uploading videos again as the Gang Stalking Playbook on all platforms, on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, everywhere. I'm gonna upload all my videos on all social media platforms. And apparently there's a lot of gang stalking on all the platforms. So that's what's happening now. That yeah, I think gang stalkers know. Also, I want to tell you that the gang stalking communication is not as good as one is led to believe. Like they only share between themselves the triggers. They don't know actually the story behind it. So whatever it is that you had a trigger before, that's all they know. They don't know why that triggers you. So just know that they don't really know your story. They just use the trigger words because you reacted to them. So, for example, remember when I told the story about my dad on the previous video? They didn't, the moment I just, I began, when I was hearing the voices, and I didn't run, I didn't say anything, like I slept and then the voices went away. I realized that they didn't know what the voices were talking about. The voices is just an illusion that's made in your head, but you're not supposed to know that the voices are actually in your head. You're supposed to attribute all the voices to the gangstalkers if you're hearing voices. And the reason I know was because I thought that they knew that from me. But the moment that I stopped hearing the voices, I purposely stopped reacting to everything and they stopped using it. So it is when I found out that it was an illusion, that they know what you're thinking. It feels like they know what you're thinking because you hear the voices that say things, and you hear the voice in the particular voice is who you think. It sounds like who you would think that would be talking. So, for example, I got a BMW sunshade, like with a brand and everything, really nice, but it only lasted me a year. So I was at the gym, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I was thinking about the sunshade, and then I thought, oh, but it only lasted me a year, and so I heard a voice, like at the gym, with the intonation of someone who would be at the gym. And that said, yeah, the sunshine only lasted you 1 year. And that would give anyone the impression that someone had access to what I was thinking. But the truth of the matter is that my mind made that voice with the belief that someone else voiced it. But at this point, I wasn't able to differentiate between auditory hallucinations and I didn't know I could control the voices. So when you don't know that you control the voices, that you have control over the voices, the voices you will hear will sound like someone is talking, like someone is saying it, someone outside of you. And it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. I remember that there were times where I was learning on how to differentiate it. Like every time I would look up and then I would look at the gang stalkers, that would mean that they kind of, the gang stalkers around me would actually look at me and they would go, oh, like that. Everyone around me at the gym. And that would typically confirm like a thought that I had. That would be confirmation, like my reaction to the gang stalkers. And that would be their cue that I heard something, like if it was a thought that they knew or whatever. And then they would just, every time I would raise my head and look at them, they would literally just look at me and go, oh. And that would be, it would just fit perfectly with what I was thinking. It would just fit the narrative of gang stalking. But the moment that I had a thought and I didn't look up and I just kept with my workout, I saw them just, they were like, oh, but then I didn't look at anyone. I just kept doing my workout and I stopped responding to it. I stopped looking for their reaction. And after that, I knew I was onto something. That's when I was figuring out the puzzle. Gang stalking is like, the biggest puzzle. Like, I have to literally navigate my mind, and I have to figure out how the hell is this trick so convincing. You know, well, the point of this video was that I wasn't supposed to know everything that I'm talking to you about. They really don't want me to share this information. Also, I know it's not a drug treatment, and I know it's not something that they're doing for me because of their reaction about me sharing this information. They are actually concerned. Gang stalkers are concerned that I know how everything works. And I know now that there's no such thing as a direct energy weapon used on targeted individuals. It's hard to see. It's really hard to see. Not everyone will see it. Not everyone will understand what the gang stalking signal is because it just looks weird and they don't even have a name for it. I put the name for it. They don't even know what it is, what it's called. They really don't have a name for it. So I don't know what else to tell you, man. But everything that is in this channel will get any targeted individual out of the gang stalking loop. It will make any targeted individual free. But you have to trust me. Look, I have no reason to lie to you. In fact, I am investing my own time in making sure that this information is out. Because gang stalking is not a good thing. It should be illegal. It really should be illegal, but it's really hard to pinpoint. I think I have to write a book about the reality of gang stalking and about the direct energy weapons and how to fight it. Because it will be the truth, Anyways, if you're seeing this and you just happen to come across this video and you aren't or have never been gang stalked, you're curious about the topic, just please share all this information. Share it and anywhere if you have time, you don't have to. But this information has to be available to people who might not know what's happening to them. I was happy. I had everything. And gang stalking took it away from me. It's awful. It's unfair. It takes away everything from you, quite literally. it takes away your own soul, you know, and there are so many uncertainties because gang stalking, you know, it literally will, a successful gang stalking operation makes people believe that they are being attacked via direct energy weapons because the stress from gang stalking makes their body produce really weird, uncontrollable, and unexplainable sensations and pains. It's extremely painful. It's incredibly distressing. And it will ruin you if you don't know what you're facing. I'm just happy that I was able to figure this out, you know. And people who fight me about that are sure that they're being attacked by direct energy weapons, that is evidence of what gang stalking does to people. The you know, the sensations that I still feel are a lot less frequent. I I'm almost back to normal. I'm almost there. I had a crazy concern that the sensations weren't gonna go away. I thought that my nervous system was fucked for the rest of my life, you know, and that was depressing. But because I learned how to deal with gang stalking, I was actually able to keep my sadness at bay and not be depressed or feel resentful about it. I'm upset about it and I still have resentment, but who am I going to be upset about? You can't be upset about anyone. You can be upset about at everyone, you know. The only thing that I do now is I literally, if I know that someone that I see often is a gang stalker, I just don't even look at them. I don't even acknowledge them, you know. And lately, gang stalkers have tried to make eye contact with me, but I just completely look over them like if they didn't exist. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just not even gonna acknowledge gang stalkers. Like, they thrive on me making them feel powerful, you know, but right now they're asking questions. Do you still have your YouTube channel? You don't think that you're getting hacked? You know, do you pay? I'm just blocking everyone everywhere. And they never expect you to do that. One time someone told me it is such a show to see someone be transformed into a a sexually obsessed uh, disaster. Something along those lines. That's the thing that they're watching. They wanted to see me ruined. They wanted to see how they could successfully destroy me, you know. It's that fucking sucks, man. It's so sinister, you know. And everyone is so invested in it. Everyone is so invested in watching my downfall. That's fucking crazy to me. But the fact that I have developed these techniques to not allow that to happen makes me feel really good, because now I can share those with other people who are getting gangstarred. I don't know. It's a lot, man. It's a huge operation. And I'm just glad that I can share this with you. And you're pretty much watching how it's all going down, what I'm thinking. It it feels good to share it with someone, you know, because it kind of helps me put my thoughts together. Um, I'm reiterating all the techniques that I'm using because it solidifies what I'm doing, as it makes me know where I'm at and what's happening, and it kind of helps me organize my thoughts. On my next video, I'm going to tell you when the event that happened at the dollar store, when I saw a girl get kidnapped. Thank you for watching. Bye.